Hello everyone, this is Susie Q, Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my nursery room window. Today I have Maggie Mae with me, and I'm going to be changing Maggie Mae into a new outfit. Maggie Mae is the Mila Sculpt by Ping Lau, and she was reborn by Ema Bennett. I'm also going to be sharing with you my very first collector's doll. So before we get started with Maggie Mae, I wanted to do that very briefly. And while I'm changing Maggie Mae, I wanted to tell you the story behind how I got my very first collector's doll. And so let me go ahead and get her. She's right down here. This is Emily. And she is, the Emily from Ashton Drake. And she was, her sculpt actually came out, I believe it was in 2003. She was the very first vinyl baby doll type from Ashton Drake. And I wanted to share her today and tell you that, I just instantly fell in love with her. When I saw her picture. I went out to my mailbox back in 2014, and there was a brochure with Emily on it, and I just couldn't believe how realistic a doll could look. And so I was instantly enthralled with her, and she was, let's see, $129 plus $29.99 shipping. And back in those days, back in 2014, that was a lot to pay for a doll. And but I just had to have her, and so I somehow convinced my husband to let me get her, and I'm so glad I did. And she's my forever baby. I'm always going to have her in my collection. She has 1/4 arms and full legs. And there's something else really important that I wanted to share with you before I go on to dressing Maggie Mae. She was wearing a bracelet. I made a name bracelet for most of my baby dolls that I have. And she was wearing her bracelet, her Emily bracelet. And this morning when I went to, check her out and brush her hair and stuff, I noticed something that was pretty shocking to me. I noticed that on her hand, on the back of her hand, was a tiny little impression of the E from her Emily bracelet. And so I thought, oh my gosh, So the first thing I did was I went around to all my other baby dolls and I removed all of their bracelets. And I checked all of their hands, and, there was no other ink impressions left on them. So, anyway, and here's all the, I'll show you here, here's all the bracelets that I took off of all my, my baby dolls. They all have the same type of little bead with the ink. It's actually, the beads are impressed with, impressed with the letter of the alphabet, and then whatever ink they use is kind of inside the grooves of the letters. But still, for some reason, with this doll Emily, the impression came out on her hand. So I went in and I thought, well, first I'll try alcohol, and I put alcohol on a Q-tip and tried that, rubbing it with that, and that didn't work. Then I tried non-acetone fingernail polish. That didn't work. Then I tried acetone fingernail polish, and that didn't work. So I have one more thing I'm going to try, and it's actually, right now I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's like an acne cream that you put on, and I've used it before to get stains off of dolls, and it slowly bleaches out the stain, so I think that's going to work. But I just wanted to warn you guys that if you have, check your dolls. If you have bracelets like this, that they're stamped with the letter, it's kind of like grooves stamped in. but and then there's some type of a paint or an ink inside. If you have a doll that the vinyl might be susceptible to it wearing off on it, be careful. It could be that Emily is so old. I mean, she was made in 2014. Actually, I think she was made in 2013, but they, the back of her sculpt says, the back of her neck says 2014, so that might have been the year that I got her. But anyway, I just wanted to warn everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and put her back in her bed, and, but I just wanted to show you how realistic she really looks, you know, for an Ashton break baby. And she's also got that baby powder smell that's infused in her vinyl, and so she smells really yummy. So anyway, while I'm changing Maggie Mae, I will tell you the story of how I got into how I got onto my YouTube channel and how I got into collecting reborns. So let me show you the outfit that I'm changing Maggie Mae into and what it is. I'll take the sweater off, and it's actually a little summertime, springtime outfit. And it's a little dress, and it has an attached, like a little slip underneath. Really, really cute. And then it came with little pink bloomers. And because it's so cold, I wanted to put a sweater on her. And so this is what she's going to be wearing, a little cardigan. It's not a set. I bought these cardigans. I have 3 of them in 3 different colors of roses. But anyway, I bought this separately a while back, and so the pink and the roses goes with the pink and the flowers of the dress. And then for her shoes, she's going to be wearing these cute little things, little slippers. They're made of leather. It's little slip-ons, and they're koala kids. They have little things to keep the kids from slipping, little rubber things on the bottom of the soles. She's going to be wearing, I'm going to keep her tights on because it is cold, and so I thought that would look really cute with these shoes and with that sweater, the cardigan. So, and then these little bows. I'll put these little pink bows on her. So that's going to be her outfit for today. So I'll go ahead and take these out right now. So yeah, so the way that I got into collecting reborns was that Emily was my very first doll, like I said. And I actually had her for many, many years. I had kept her in the same outfit that I got her in. And I bought a toy stroller from Walmart. And that's how I displayed her in my bedroom. She was always in that stroller in the same pink knitted outfit that she came in. And I was just very happy to, you know, to have her like that. I didn't know anything about buying baby clothes to change her into or anything like that. You know, I knew nothing. And what ended up happening was my son got a new puppy, and a little pug puppy, and he spent a lot of time training that little pug puppy to do tricks. It was that little pug was amazing how smart he was. But anyway, so he wanted, he was telling me one day about all the tricks that his dog, he named his dog Dexter, could do. And so he said, what happened was, you know, he had taken his dog to work, and so there was a girl at work that was, I think she was the office manager or something in his business. Actually, he didn't go to work. It was his own business that he had. So anyway, he took Dexter to work one day, and the office manager at work started going through the tricks that Dexter knew how to do. And then she decided that she was going to video the tricks and put them on YouTube. So then when I was talking to my son about, the tricks and things that I'd love to see him do, he had told me, actually, it was when I lived in Virginia and he was living in California, so I couldn't see him in person at that time. Anyway, so he told me about YouTube, and I had vaguely heard about YouTube, but I didn't know anything about YouTube, nothing about YouTube. I had no clue about what it was all about. And I asked him what it was, and he told me, and he said, it's really easy to sign up to YouTube. You just, do this, that, and the other, and you can get on. So I thought, oh, okay, well, that sounds easy, because I've always been really good at, working computer programs and things such as that. So I went onto YouTube and I signed up for a channel, but I didn't do anything on the channel. I just, signed up so that I could watch his video. And that's what I ended up doing. I went on and I saw his video and I saw how cute his little dog was, little Dexter dog, doing all his fancy little tricks. But anyway, what ended up happening was when I was on YouTube, these things called box openings kept popping up. And it looked like from the thumbnail picture, how you can see the thumbnail, that there are these babies that was in a box opening, and I was amazed by that. I go, what is this? Babies in a box opening. So anyway, I checked them out, and I saw the box opening, and I was just really I was mesmerized by the box openings, because I'd never seen so many cute baby clothes. Like the people that were opening the boxes they got baby clothes and they got babies, and the term that they used was that they were adopting babies and adopting these dolls. And I'm thinking, how do you adopt a realistic baby doll? What do you mean adopt? Does that mean you get it for free, or what? What the heck? So anyway, I became interested in trying to find out all about these box openings. And so eventually, the more box openings that I watched, I learned about that that you weren't getting these babies for free in these box openings. People were buying the dolls, but they were calling it adopting the dolls, and so that's what confused me. So anyway, when I saw the dolls, I thought to myself, hey, wait a minute, I have a doll like that. And I said, oh, I didn't know they called it a reborn doll, but I have one of those dolls. And I was thinking, I knew that I had my Emily. And I thought, oh my gosh, you mean that I can buy her baby clothes? And how fun would that be to buy her baby clothes? So I started buying her baby clothes. I'd find them. I started out with just getting her like little PJs, little footsie PJs, and onesies and stuff like that. And I got them at Walmart. My very favorite place to shop for baby clothes and stuff. Although eBay is my other favorite place. But so anyway, I started shopping for Emily, and it was just, and I have to tell you, at the time, my husband was saying, why are you buying baby clothes for your doll? At the time, he didn't know anything about what reborns or realistic baby dolls and stuff like that either. So I explained to him, I'd been watching box openings, and there's these realistic dolls called reborns, and I'd love to have one someday. And you know, that type of deal. But I said, but I really don't want any right now because I'm very happy with Emily. She's very realistic. And but the thing that I started seeing is that these reborn dolls, they, you know, they were like 3/4 arms, 3/4 legs, and you know, the variety of clothes that you could put on them was just endless compared to what I could do for Emily. And but back in the day, I'll show you again, Emily. What I ended up doing with Emily was because I'll show you her arm. The cloth part goes there to there. So I made this dress especially for her because of the fact of I couldn't find online or anywhere any dresses that would fit her or suit her. And then it also has the matching bloomers, as I always do. But so anyway, I ended up making her a dress, and then I found other little clothes for her to wear, and so that was just a lot of fun, you know, with Emily. And then later on, gosh, this was a long time ago. I mean, I had Emily for years before that all started. And so then, you know, there's another thing that I started watching too, and that was, it was videos of people that were doing, you know, role play with their baby dolls. Now, I've never really been into role play, but I really enjoy watching role play. And I would say my very first favorite role play person was Laura X Loves, and she was amazing. She really kept me entertained with all of her toddler dolls and such, and I learned a lot from her and all that. And as most of you, I shouldn't say most of you, but a lot of you know, she passed away a few years ago, and at, you know, way too young. But anyway, I really, you know, it was devastating to the whole Reborn community because she was so well known and did such awesome videos. So anyway, I watched her, and I forget the other ones that I watched back in those days because she was just like my main one, you know. So anyway, let me get this camera back up so we're not cutting off little Maggie Mae's face. Anyway, so, you know, a few years went by, and I didn't even, when I was watching YouTube, I wasn't even commenting on videos. I was way too shy. I just couldn't do it. I would watch the video and really enjoy it, but I wasn't brave enough to comment. So finally one day I commented, and I got an answer back, and that was the beginning of me enjoying the, you know, the communication back and forth. And then, you know, I watched videos like that and commented like that for a few years more, and then in October of 2017, I was brave enough to start my own channel. And my very first video was with Lorelei, my full body silicone baby. And so I was, you know, very nervous, and I don't even want to look at that first video because I know that I'd be really embarrassed. But anyway, that's the story of how I got started in the Reborn community, and collecting reborn baby dolls. And so I finally got my first reborn doll, and so and I've gotten several since then. As you all know, you see my collection. But it's been such an awesome hobby to be in, and so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing Miss Maggie Mae get all dressed up in her pretty little dress, her little flowered dress, and there she is, and there's what it looks like with her little shoes on. and her tights. So this is really, really cute on her. Okay, everyone, it looks like I'm up to 20 minutes now. I just can't seem to get my videos underneath 20 minutes because I just talk too much. But hope you're having a good day today. It's Friday, and it's going to be, you know, a fun weekend, I'm sure. So thanks for stopping by. And I always appreciate your very kind comments. Have a great weekend, and hope to see you soon. And until we meet again, bye-bye.